Hello, everyone who's watching this video right now. If you're new to this series, this is Movie Time, a series on YouTube with like my 40 subscribers where I talk about movies and stuff. Pretty much any movie that comes out or any movie that I feel like talking about, I talk about. And today we're going to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new one, Mutant Mayhem, because I love the Ninja Turtles and I want to talk about the new movie because the new movie's pretty good. So yeah, let's hear my thoughts on it starting now. Listen to this awesome plot synopsis. After being underground for about 15 years, the Ninja Turtles finally set out on New York, and they want to win the hearts of New York. They want to become popular, and they want to be seen as regular teenagers. And they also bump into April O'Neil, who helps them take on the mysterious crime syndicate, like the seedy underbelly of New York, which includes a villain known as Superfly, played by Ice Cube. And that's pretty much the movie, described in my words and the words of Google. Yeah. Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, is a really good goddamn movie. It's always interested me ever since I was a little kid, and I've loved the Ninja Turtles growing up and everything. I just genuinely love these characters. So to see them portrayed very well in this movie it's a lot of fun. It activates like a childlike giddiness in my soul, and it just pleases me to watch this whole thing and be very entertained by it. Some of the most fun I think I've had in a theater all year, just watching Mutant Mayhem. So yeah, another thing I really enjoyed about this film specifically is the chemistry between the turtles themselves, because in a lot of other versions they're brothers, but they don't feel as close or as tight-knit because they're not played by actual teenagers. In this one, they're all voiced by teenagers who genuinely seem to have a connection with each other, so a lot of the scenes are hilarious and a lot of fun to watch. Another great aspect of this film is definitely the villains. Superfly, played by Ice Cube, is great. Ice Cube gives an amazing performance. The performances in this movie are actually really well done. Voice acting wise, this is probably one of the best, or just, no, acting wise, like this movie just stands out because the turtles are played by teenagers and everything else, every other character fits in so well, and it all forms like an amalgamation of creativity, and it's a lot of fun. And I think Seth Rogen and the writing team, you can tell they had a lot of fun writing this. You can tell there's a lot of love for these characters and for the turtles in the script and in the story and in the movie itself. It presents itself as so much fucking fun to watch. It's a very entertaining film. Yeah, it's great. And you should definitely watch it. Let's spoil it now though. Yeah. I'm tired of not spoiling it, so let's just spoil it. Spoiler time. This film overall is very heartfelt, filled with a lot of moments that I thoroughly enjoyed. There's a lot of moments with Splitter and the turtles. That sounded wrong. I said Splitter. I meant Splinter. The rat and the turtles. At the beginning of the film, there's a montage with them as babies that I really enjoyed. This film has a lot of montages, and out of all of the ones, the first one is the one I enjoyed the most. That might be kind of a controversial take, but it's just kind of cute to see the turtles grow up with Splinter, and Splinter kind of just be like a really good dad in this version. He's not the best dad, and he has some parallels with the villain Superfly, and throughout the film Splinter learns to overcome that, and he has a nice little arc, and I actually really liked Splinter in this. And yeah, Splinter is one thing that they slightly changed. They mess with his character a little bit, which is fine because, you know, it's a new interpretation of the turtles, so I don't expect everything to be the same. And I actually enjoy a lot of the changes they make. Like, they have Splinter focus more on being a father than a sensei. You know, he's not too badass in this version. He's just kind of a goofy dad who tries to raise his kids as best as he can, but he can be kind of overbearing at times. Besides that, they also change up April O'Neil's character. Usually April's a grown woman and she's usually a news reporter, but in this version she's an aspiring news reporter and she's in high school, and she's also struggling with a form of social anxiety. She vomits every time she's in front of a camera, and it's really interesting to see what they do with her character there, because they make her pretty much just as nervous and just as much at the beginning of her rope as the turtles are, because the turtles in this movie, bro, I love the action in this movie, and I love all the shit that the turtles go through, because specifically most of the action feels accidental because the turtles have no clue what they're doing. The first fight in this film is an amazing scene, which only happens because April gets her bike stolen and Leo starts crushing on April, and he's like, guys, we have to save the human lady's bike. So they end up in a warehouse trying to find this bike, and they get jumped by like 5 different criminals. And the action scene that ensues there is amazing, and it's one of my favorite aspects of the film. It dips a little bit slightly when you meet Superfly and everything, because Superfly is the main villain of the film, and he's built up throughout the first couple like 30 to 40 minutes, like the first act of the film. And Superfly is actually very intimidating, and Ice Cube gives a good-ass performance. The only thing is, I only say it dips is because it slows down naturally. As the film goes on, it slows down because the turtles are just tracking down Superfly, and it's not as interesting or as engaging as the first 30 to 40 minutes. It's still really good fucking turtle stuff, though. Like, this film never stops being good for me. It just has some aspects that slow down, or some things I don't fully like. Also, the character of Leonardo is very, very well done in this film. He serves as the film's protagonist, which I think is a really nice change of pace. And Leo carries the film, and like the voice actor is really good. He's so unsure of himself, and he's just learning to be a leader the whole time, and it's a lot of fun to follow that. This film leans heavily into the coming of age aspect of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's just about them. At its core, the film is about them wanting to be accepted as regular teenagers, even though they're freaky looking turtle creatures. And I actually really like it, and it's a really heartfelt concept to aim a Ninja Turtles movie on them just wanting to be regular teenagers. It's really nice. Besides that, I'd say all of the turtles aren't as distinct as they could be. They kind of blend together in some scenes, but again, I said earlier, I think they blend together mainly because they're just brothers, and brothers tend to, at a certain point, blend together at some points. Also, Raphael isn't as fleshed out as it could be. They say he's angry, but we don't really see that up front. We hear it a lot, and he's kind of big and he likes to fight. Raphael loves violence, but he's not too rageful. It's just a different take on the character, and actually, I don't mind it. I really like this take on the turtles. The only thing is, I'd say this film is great overall. It just dips at some points, especially in between the stuff at the beginning and them hunting down Superfly. The thing is, I don't think there's a single thing about this film I don't like, but it's not really a masterpiece. The art style is really good though. I mean, and I really enjoyed my time watching this, but actually there's no buts. It's just a great film. So I'll just give it a 9 out of 10. We're going to keep it at a 9 out of 10 for now. Could go up to 10 out of 10 because I'm biased. My voice cracked horribly. Because I'm biased, 9 out of 10. Could be 10 out of 10. But yeah, Ninja Turtles. Pretty good goddamn movie. Alright, outro time. Yo, thanks for making it this far in the video. If you did, you might as well subscribe or like or not. It's up to you. Appreciate you for watching anyways. If you want to, you can follow my Letterboxd and read movie reviews that I post randomly. If not, that's cool too. Yeah. Hope you have a good one though. See you later. Hopefully. Bye. Oh, and also, I may or may not be making a video where I marathon every single Ninja Turtles movie, and it may or may not be the longest video that I've ever made. And it may or may not be coming out very soon. And by soon, I mean hopefully by the end of August. Yeah.